Okay, so next we're going to work on a military braid. This is actually it. It looks extremely complicated, but it is super easy. This is probably one of the easier braids to do, and it looks like it takes up a lot of space because it's so fluffy, and it looks like you worked really hard on it, but really it doesn't take much. So you're going to need 2 different ribbons. If you want, you can use the same color. You can use like 2 blue, 2 yellow. You can use a blue and a white or yellow and a blue. And for minimums, these are going to be, each strand is going to be 40 inches. And so we already have those cut. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your 2, you're going to make a right angle. So you're going to overlap just like that. And then we're going to staple this piece. And this is probably the hardest part of this whole deal. Okay. And then we're going to staple it one more time because it'll just make your life so much easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip this piece over and we're going to make a tiny loop. Now we want to make sure that this loop is big enough that we can stick another loop through it. So we don't want to make it so small like that where it's not going to fit. So we're going to make our loop about that big enough that we can put this piece of ribbon through it. Then we're going to staple it one more time. Okay, so now we are ready to start. I like having where the pretty face of the ribbon faces me, where it's nice and shiny. And so we're just going to hold on right here. You're going to make a loop like this. And you're going to stick that loop through this loop. Just like that. You're going to push it through. Now, as you can see, this loop is too big, right? So what happens is if I try to make my military braid like this, where everything is super loosey-goosey, it'll actually end up falling apart. So try to keep your loops pretty tight. You don't want to tighten it so much that you crinkle it, but you want to just tighten it enough that it's going to hold that piece of ribbon right there. And now we have this loop. So guess what? We make another loop, and it goes through that loop. And then you'll tighten this, pull it back a little bit. And then you just keep on going. It's just a loop in a loop is all this is. When you get really good, you can get really fast at these. I'm trying to go slow so y'all can see what I'm doing. But I guarantee in no time, y'all are going to be little speed demons when it comes to a military braid. And this is one that it's not too bad to make if we're making it for a full-size mom. That one you take 3 yards of ribbon for each color that you're going to use, but it actually goes really fast. And like I said, y'all will get faster and faster as you go. It's all just muscle memory, and it helps when you have someone to talk to while you do this. Unlike right now, I'm just talking to myself. So sad. I'm so lonely, guys. I just miss y'all so much. Trying to go quick as I can so I can show you how to end this. Because the ending is very simple, very simple. Y'all should all be able to do it. Just remember, try and keep it as tight as you can without making it so tight that everything just kind of falls apart and crinkles and looks ugly. We don't want that. We don't want to have ugly braids. Nobody wants that. Especially on homecoming. Everyone wants to have pretty braids. Oh, we're almost to the end, I think. Oh, my fingers are falling asleep. Ah! We're almost to the end. Okay. So I'm going to call this the end, because I have no more to go through there. Okay, so what's going to happen, you're going to make one more little crisscross. If you can make this into a loop to go through that loop, great. If not, it's okay. What you're going to do is you're going to staple right here. And then it should all stick together. And what do you think we do with this piece? Do we leave it there? Do we not leave it there? I'm gonna cut it off. So for that, you need to use ribbon scissors. So ribbon scissors, the blade is going to be nice and sharp. It's going to be smooth, unlike our floral scissors, which have the serrated edges. And this piece is going to feel more rubbery. On the floral scissors, this is like plastic. On the ribbon scissors, this is rubbery. Then all you do is you cut that piece off. Just be sure you don't cut into the loops. And something that we can do is you can choose whichever side you want to, you know, you can have it where it goes up and down like this, or you can make it where it goes like this. But either way, once we attach it, you are going to see the staple. So something that we can do is we can cover it up with a little trinket. That way we cover up our mechanics. That's one of the #1 rules in floral. I mean, it's not #1, but it's pretty high up there. Is cover up your mechanics. And that's how you make a military braid. Pretty simple.